talk about these things about superpositions, I always make these quote-unquote when I say a particle is at the same time here and there, because there are two words that I don't understand, three words that I don't understand. First, the word is, so reality. The second, what does time really mean? And the third one, what does space really mean? And we don't have any experimental evidence that the particle is at the same time here and there. We just have the physical description, the quantum mechanical description that the wave function behaves as if. And how can we make the step to the many worlds then?
I think we have something slightly more than that. Again, you come from the theory. But I think prior to the theory, we have the experience that this thing cannot be explained by single trajectories.
Definitely.
Somebody who, we don't have to believe quantum mechanics to see that. So we rule out single trajectory explanations. And that we have before we have quantum mechanics. If we didn't have quantum mechanics, it would be a mystery. We would say there simply is no explanation.
Well, hypothetically, could this maybe be explained by some very weird folding of space-time in this case? So not really making another multiverse or another branch of the multiverse, but really a new 3D or 4D space-time or another 11-dimensional space-time. Could that jump through, shortcut through another higher dimension, so to say, from one end to the other?
Yes, is the answer. Calling the multiverse many universes is a bit of a misnomer. Because the whole point of it is interference, and many parallel universes would indicate separate universes, and that these universes, that our universe splits into two every time a quantum event happens. Whereas actually, it's only the electron or the photon or something that's splitting. Now, if this can be explained in another way than by quantum theory, then another thing we know from just without theory, with just elementary reasoning about the experiments, is that this other thing has to be immensely complicated. It's sort of 2 to the power of the complexity of what we see. And again, when we have fully fledged quantum computers, we will have computations going on whose results cannot be explained by any history of the computer that has it single valued. So when that number is greater than the number of atoms in the universe, which will easily be attained as soon as we have quantum computers. So yes, there could be another explanation in terms of folded universes or other dimensions or what, but those things would have to be as complicated as the many universes. And as some people were saying at the other Everett conference, these things would contain they would contain other instances of people, or they would contain things whose shapes were the other instances of people, and so on, and other instances of the quantum computer, which would be interacting with our instance, and so on. So it's really a matter of terminology then, whether you call that a multiverse or parallel universes, or a much higher dimensional reality than in classical concepts.